At 8:19, we're back now with a classic returning to Broadway with a decidedly modern cast.
That's right. John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men opens next month. It stars Oscar nominee James Franco, Bridesmaids Chris O'Dowd, and Gossip Girl star Leighton Meester. We sat down with them at the New York Public Library, not far from where they're in rehearsals, and I began by asking the group what it is like to prepare for a Broadway debut.
This is a lot of firsts for me, and I'm so happy to be part of it, and seeing these guys work is pretty incredible, and I can't keep myself from crying once we get to certain parts that are emotional. And
We do cry a lot in rehearsal. I mean, it's weird.
From Gossip Girl to Spider-Man to Bridesmaids, these three have all made their marks on the big and small screens, but are now taking aim at an American classic, this time on Broadway. You called Of Mice and Men the ultimate bromance.
Or a bro tragedy.
Yeah. Tragedy.
romantic comedy.
That suggests you got to have chemistry with Lenny.
Yeah, we do. I like the idea that these characters love each other, and I think that will be what people will take away from our production of it. I hope.
I mean, that's the key. How do humans connect in the face of, you know, this larger kind of system? And so if you're going to dramatize that, you better have chemistry between the people. And so when Anna Shapiro, the director, said she was thinking about casting Chris O'Dowd, I thought, no.
Is it one of those things that you got to meet to know if it's there? So like dating?
We met, no, I had a sense, just from his work and from what people said about him. But you have a sense, like, oh, he's a cool dude. And I was right.
Chris, let me share a recent description of you.
Oh,
Bridesmaids bestowed international sex symbol status on the strapping 6'4" Irishman with the self-dismissed teddy bear looks. Can you confirm or deny your international sex symbol status?
Confirmed. Self-dismissed teddy bear look.
That's what it says.
That's not even a description of something. Self-dismissed.
I've never heard of self-dismissed.
Is that a real thing?
Ask our writer.
That's you.
That's me.
You guys agree?
Leighton?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Well,
It took you long.
yeah, sorry.
James,
Definitely a teddy bear. Definitely.
Yeah.
You can't blame a person for looking.
Well, that depends what she's looking for.
Leighton, your character, not to be uncharitable, but she's kind of bad. And how do I know this? She's dangerous to herself and to men, according to an old DVD. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Of all the things they could pull out of the film, that's what they...
Can I see that?
Of course.
That is crazy. Wow. I think this is obviously very old. And I think it's sort of the point, you know? I mean, I think that ultimately, in a very subliminal way, Steinbeck wrote it as a commentary on how women are treated.
You think it's a commentary because she's almost a caricature? She's this temptress.
Well, I mean, Steinbeck said it himself. He says she's an object. She's not even given a name. She's basically just a catalyst for what happens.
The stars have done their best to build excitement for the show, even posting selfies, a Franco staple, as they make their way to the stage. So I had to ask, what did you think of the big selfie at the Oscars?
Oh, right. I saw that selfie. It's good. It was a good one. I took a few selfies. I did some videos and selfies at my Oscars, and I got criticized for it. And now she's getting a lot of attention for hers. So I don't get it.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
So in a way, you kind of, you know, invented the
I guess
Oscar
maybe
selfie.
I didn't include Meryl Streep and Bradley Cooper in my Oscar selfies, so maybe that's where I went wrong.
So, never to be outdone, we create our own version of the modern American classic, the Of Mice and Men selfie. Steinbeck would be so proud. Well, previews start Wednesday, the opening set for April 16th, and it's really cool. Hopefully we'll renew interest in this classic.
I like the cast. That's
Yeah,
good. They seem great.
And it's a great play.
Anthony,
We are back at a Saturday morning with Hollywood actors taking on Broadway. James Franco, Chris O'Dowd, and Leighton Meester will all star in the revival of the play Of Mice and Men. The three recently sat down with Savannah Guthrie at the New York Public Library, where she asked them what it's like for them to be making their Broadway debut.
It's amazing.
Hollywood is Broadway bound, taking on the American classic of Mice and Men. James Franco from Spider-Man and so many other movies plays George. Chris O'Dowd from Bridesmaids takes on the role of Lenny. And Leighton Meester, a Gossip Girl's favorite, is Curly's wife, a career first for each actor. So all of you are making your Broadway debuts. Is that exciting?
It's terribly exciting.
Terrifying?
Yeah, I'm bricking it. How are you feeling about it?
I feel great. I feel very excited. It's amazing. We were at the theater yesterday, and I was
Yeah.
geeking out.
Is it nerve-wracking at all to think Broadway?
No, I always feel like, you know, if you have a good pilot, you know, I don't get scared. So and we have the best director ever. So I don't know. I'm not nervous at all.
The material's not bad either.
I mean, I've seen, you should be. But, you know.
I'm just in, a blissful ignorance, and obviously I'm screwing up all over the place in rehearsal, but
The show is just weeks away from opening night, and the co-stars are working together to bring the classic John Steinbeck novel to life. As an actor, did you ever dream of playing this role or another of Steinbeck's roles?
Whew, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, there'd been a lot of great movies made based on his books, East of Eden and Grapes of Wrath, even of Mice and Men, so I kind of felt like it was territory that had been done. But in fact, this play hasn't been done here in so long. And so it really feels like this is fresh. It's great. We are going to reach audiences that don't have any other, productions to compare it to.
I mean, the last time this play was on Broadway, my part was played by James Earl Jones. So I feel like nobody's going to mix us up. You know,
You'll have a different
I've got a
take on
fresh take on it. So I feel confident about that.
You're playing Lenny, someone who has a mental disability. How do you prepare to play a role like that?
It's kind of never said explicitly what's exactly wrong with him, so it's very open to interpretation. And it definitely feels, to me, having looked into it a lot, is that he's got what would have been categorized now maybe as kind of mild Down syndrome. And so I kind of just tried to watch as much stuff to see if I could make it as specific as possible.
How is it different as actors to be on a stage, the live audience, versus on a movie set?
I guess the live performance aspect of it is something that we'll find out.
You've done it before.
Well, not with you guys. Yeah, I've done a lot of theater before, but again, never on Broadway, and that it is terrifying, but very alluring. I would be like, I would have done Cats if they had asked me to. So I'm just happy to be here.
Anyone worried about stage fright?
Probably beforehand, like the day of, but once we're actually in the middle of a scene or getting ready to do it, all of that goes away.
And again, that was Savannah with James Franco, Chris O'Dowd, and Leighton Meester. Of Mice and Men opens April 16th. Carson?